The other day, when I was just watching YouTube like usual, I started to think of what specifically I wanted to build on my hardcore survival world. While I was doing my research, browsing Pinterest for build ideas, I came across this Japanese styled pagoda, and I thought it would be a really great addition to my hardcore world since I already have a cherry biome nearby and it would fit in really well with the environment. And I decided to hop on a creative world and design my idea. After hours of building and brainstorming in my creative world, I completed a portion of my build in there. The build was massive, and I knew from the beginning this build would take hours of preparation and execution. So when I got on my hardcore world, I made a chest and smelted all the iron and made the necessary tools. After all of that was completed, I went up to the mountain to do some deforestation. And you guys can enjoy the transformation montage here. After I chopped down all the trees, I replanted a bunch to come back later to chop down more trees because this build is, like I said, is massive. And we need all the blocks we can get as fast as possible. After replanting the trees, I went to find some sugarcane to make my enchanting table. I spotted some in the distance while exploring and made my way to get them. After grabbing the sugarcane, I made the book and the enchanting table. I made this enchanting table before making a diamond armor, or even before making diamond tools at all, is because the amount of blocks I need for my build is a lot. I can't even describe how many we need. So I decided to enchant my tools to get these materials a lot faster. I enchanted 2 iron pickaxes. Unfortunately, they only got efficiency 1, but this was better than nothing. With these pickaxes, I had to mine all the deep slate I needed for my build. I quickly made a small sugarcane farm to make sure I can eventually come back and make a better enchanting table. I made a diamond sword with the remaining 2 diamonds and enchanted it as well. I started to dig down. After a little while, I found a really big cave that leads into the deep slate level. I had to kill some mobs, but it was no big deal. I made my way into an opening of deep slate and started to dig out the area. And you guys can now watch me mine out a whole chunk of deep slate. Well, not the whole chunk, but you know what I mean. After I used up all the iron pickaxe's durability, I had to return to the surface. With around 8 stacks of deep slate, I think a little more, I returned to the surface, and quickly after putting my stuff away and replanting all the sugarcane, I knew the most difficult part of this challenge was coming up. I had to go to the nether and get stacks of quartz. Getting quartz isn't the most difficult part, but the most difficult for me is the fact that I have to fight these mobs in hardcore mode. And any mob in the nether can pretty much two-shot me. So I had to be very, very careful. And even a misstep could drop me into lava, or I could die from fall damage. Or I could even be snuck up by a piglin and just get two-shot. So this was really dangerous. It was not yet for me to go to the nether because I had to smelt all the iron I got from my journey. And after I smelted all the iron, I made my new iron pickaxe. Though this time I did get a better enchant, which was efficiency 2 and unbreaking 1. This was huge, especially for the nether. This is going to speed up my process so much. So I quickly made my nether portal like a speedrunner and I entered the nether. When I entered the nether, I spawned inside a crimson biome, which I really didn't want to be in, because this is the worst biome I could be in, considering how there are hoglins that could one-shot me. There are so many more piglin spawns, so pretty much there's just too many mobs for me to worry about. So I have to be careful, especially with my iron armor. I started to look around to find all the quartz, but it was pretty annoying since it was really hard to traverse this biome with all the vines, all the trees. I forget what they're called, but I'm just gonna call them trees. But yeah, you guys can enjoy the quartz mining montage for now. After using up my entire pickaxe, I had to return to our world since I can't possibly continue with this. I collected around 1.5 stack of quartz blocks, which definitely wasn't enough for the build, but I had to go back anyways. After putting away all the unneeded items at the moment, it was time for me to do another round of deforestation, hoping this time I would have enough for the whole thing, but little did I know I'm gonna run into a big problem later on. But so this time, I enchanted my axe, which made it a lot faster. After I got rid of every single tree on the mountain, at this point, I was playing Minecraft for like 2 hours and sitting down. I was really not feeling great, so I got up, took a break, and to come back later on. Okay, so I was looking through my design and I noticed that I'm going to need to collect the quadruple the amount of materials I have right now. So I decided to scale down my build. So now I only needed another stack of quartz and I was ready to start my build. Then I made my pickaxe and enchanted it. And now I was ready to collect some more quartz. So before going into the nether, I want to do my daily animal slaughtering for my food supply. Oh, that's a lot of them. Okay. We're good. We're good. We made it. After I returned to the surface, I wanted to get extra logs to make sure I don't run out while building, because I could run out easily. So I replanted a bunch of the cherry blossom saplings and waited for them to grow. And this is the last block. Oh, finally, I finished it. So last night, I finished building this. And I checked when I woke up. I was looking through the recordings, and I checked with my build design. And I looked here. I was like, this doesn't look right. And do you know why it doesn't look right? Because it's not right. I had this design choice that to make these more realistic, to elevate them, have a curve, an arch, you would say. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that now. And with this last piece, I finished it. Oh, that was so satisfying to finish. Let's go. Yes. Wow, it looks so nice from up here. With all of that being done, I want to thank everybody who has watched this video and supports me. I appreciate all of you guys' support, and please leave a comment if you guys have any ideas for me to build next in my hardcore world. And make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Stay safe, everybody.